Meet members of the Old Mission San Luis Rey Historic Foundation. Learn about the foundation's goals to preserve the mission and the repairs that are desperately needed.
Over 50,000 visitors a year come to Mission San Luis Rey to enjoy its history. Lynette, can you tell us how the foundation helps preserve this history?
Well, we rely heavily on grants as well as donations. We have a dedicated board that has dedicated their time and effort to preserve this for future generations.
The Old Mission San Luis Rey Historic Foundation is comprised of a distinguished board.
It's made up of 8 board members, which are comprised of architects, attorneys, and business people throughout the North County.
The foundation was created to help fund the physical structures of the museum. Now, our foundation is a non-religious organization. We are not affiliated with the Catholic Church or any other church. We are here for the maintenance, preservation, enhancement, and restoration of the Old Mission San Luis Rey. The mission itself gets no funding from the Catholic Church, no funding from the government, no funding from the city. The mission is an independent operation.
Due to the lack of federal and private funding to the mission, Old Mission San Luis Rey Historic Foundation was formed.
Decisions relating to grants and requests do come from the mission directly through the guardian and the executive director, and they submit to us a list periodically of different areas that they're looking for funds. So we then in turn go out and try to secure grants and or donations any way we can to support their efforts. The foundation is specifically looking for funds to help the mission with city water, with the seismic retrofit, and as you know, this is visited by school children every day, many visitors, and we want to make sure that it's totally safe. Not to mention all of the artifacts that are housed here at the mission and the museum. Through the support and help of the San Diego Foundation, we're being given direction and planning and support on how to raise the funds. Our initial request at this point would be close to $15 million. That is our goal.
The San Diego Foundation is made up of many trusts with assets of over $500,000. Income from foundation endowments make grants that are allocated to worthy projects.
The San Diego Foundation has been very important to us because they gave us guidance in the very beginning. They helped us with our mission statement. They've helped guide us in a number of ideas for fundraising. And they really have been an asset to the Mission San Luis Rey Historical Foundation.
The Mission San Luis Rey Historic Foundation works to secure grants and raise needed funds to preserve the King of the Missions.
The Old Mission San Luis Rey is a historical treasure because of the many things that have happened over the years. This place back in the 1800s was the social center of this area. This mission predates the town of Oceanside. The mission to me is a place of peace and quiet. If you just come here, sit, meditate, and just think of all the wonderful things that have happened around us over the years.
I just feel a closeness to this beautiful location that we just can't let it go in disrepair.
One important project for the foundation is to raise money for earthquake retrofitting. Tom, can you tell us why that project's so important?
It's extremely important because where we stand right now is the main portion of the building that could be affected by an earthquake. It would be virtually destroyed. If it's not done by the mandated deadline, number one, there could be heavy fines. And number two, the longer we wait, the more it's going to cost, and the problems of safety can multiply.
While fresh paint covers up some of the wear, major renovations are needed.
We want to preserve this mission for generations to come. It's a beautiful historic place, and the ambiance here is like no other place in the world. And we want to preserve that for future generations.